Dinners Direct is a site used to order meals to a pre-selected range of schools. For the purpose of this assignment, we use the schools UCL, King's College London, Imperial, and Oxbridge. The basic requirements follow the goals of user stories, where each user has a set list of goals they can achieve from using the site, and we divided this into 6 categories. This can be categorized into account creation, logging in, placing an order, accessing the user details, driver login, and accessing the delivery schedule details. Account creation. The user should be able to create an account using their email and have their records stored in a central SQL database that is accessible through PHP. If an account already exists under entered email, the user should be redirected to the home page. Logging in. The user or the customer should be able to enter their chosen email and password. If the details are incorrect, the user will be notified and forced to try again. Placing an order. The customer should be able to select individual items and choose a delivery date. Choosing the set items for the cart variable was implemented through a series of switch statements, and storing the order details through this cart variable was done through using the global variable session. Accessing the user details. The customer should be able to pull their order details and have it be displayed on an HTML table. Driver login. The driver should be able to log in to the site with their given email and password, and accessing the delivery schedule details. After logging in, the driver should be automatically shown their delivery schedule, and this delivery schedule has their allotted schools and the meals that they are delivering.
New users or customers can create an account using the Create Account link available below the login forms located either on the main page of the site or from the login page available on the navigation bar. To create an account, a customers table was created in PHPMyAdmin. 2 separate PHP functions were then created for the logging in functionality, logincheck.php, and the create account functionality on createnewuser.php. The logging in PHP functions maintain a connection to the database if the credentials provided by the user match a current account in the database, notifies the user, and then redirects back to the home page of the Dinners Direct site. A similar code structure was used to allow the driver to log in to the Dinners Direct site. In contrast, createnewuser.php creates a new row in the customers table with the user inputted details, first and last name, email, password, and the school ID corresponding to their school. It is assumed that the school ID will already be given to the customer and they would know their own school ID before creating an account. If these user details already match, the database connection to the SQL server will be closed.
After logging in, the customer can order by clicking Order on the navigation bar. Items can be added into and removed from the cart. Customer is required to select delivery date and time before making payment. Then the order is stored in the database.
Both order submission data and personal customer data is stored in a central Dinners Direct SQL database. Order items are stored in Order Item table with a foreign key of Order Item ID, which also appears in the Order List table.
In terms of the code, the most heavily used languages for the development of the site were PHP and HTML. For the user interface or layout of the site, Bootstrap templates were used along with CSS style sheets. JavaScript implementation was done in the form of alerts and redirects. The main limitations of the site would include handling of payments, scalability, and the lack of delivery schedule algorithm. First, credit card payments were not tested. When the user presses the Make Payment button, order details are just pushed to the main database. As all testing was completed on MEMP and WAMP, these are locally hosted servers rather than external servers. Thus, testing was done on a limited scale and load testing was not included. Finally, it was assumed that one driver would be exclusively assigned to a school. This was done to make the project computationally simple and efficient. However, in the web development project, it was assumed the schedule would be optimized and schools that are close together and share many meal orders are prioritized.
To conclude, this website gives an interface for both customers to select and view their past orders, and for drivers to view a delivery schedule using the Bootstrap HTML framework, storing data from form submission and database querying in PHP, and presenting alerts in JavaScript. Thank you for watching.